Tottenham vs Newcastle. Spurs sign goalkeeper. Austin makes debut and Botman back. Critics have said Spurs are short at centre-back, and that's a failure of recruitment. Here's Postecoglou's response. Okay, so Van de Ven, Radu Dragusin, Ben Davies, how many centre-backs do we need to have? 7. That's not the real world, he explained. Hindsight is an easy thing, but I still feel the players we brought in. Nobody will tell me Dom Solanke or Archie Gray or Lucas Bergvall or Wilson. Obviously we've hardly seen him, are not good acquisitions for us. In the world of hindsight everything looks so much simpler and clearer. But I live in the real world. I think the business we did was good. Medium and long term it will be fantastic for this football club. I've got no doubt about that. Your team's in black and white. Tottenham Hotspur Austin. Porro Dragusin Gray Spence. Sarr Bergvall. Johnson Kulusevski Werner. Solanke. Substitutes Whiteman Reguilon Son Bissouma. Madison Lancashire. Dorrington Olusasai Hardy. Newcastle Dubravka Livramento Botman Byrne. Hall Guimaraes Tonali Joelinton Jacob Murphy Isaac Gordon. Substitutes Vlachodimos Trippier. Barnes. Osula. Almiron. Kelly Willock. Longstaff Miley. Referee Andy Madley. Huddersfield. Thomas Tuchel is at Tottenham today on his first piece of official business as England manager. There's not too much to interest Tuchel, who is a Spurs fan, in the Tottenham team with James Maddison on the bench. Striker Dominic Solanke is starting, and he will be hoping for a place in Tuchel's first squad in March. Left back is one of the problem positions for Tuchel, and Lewis Hall gets an immediate chance to impress him, as he starts for Newcastle. Anthony Gordon, Tino Livramento and Jacob Murphy are the other England hopefuls in the Newcastle team. A lot of changes for Spurs. Brandon Austin makes his debut in goal at the age of 25. Jed Spence comes in for the injured Udigi, Bergvall for Bissouma, Sarr for Bentancur and Werner for Son. Ange Postecoglou is without 10 players today, and Fraser Forster's absence means goalkeeper Brandon Austin will make his first ever Spurs appearance. Jed Spence will fill in at left back and Son Heung-min only makes the substitutes bench, with Timo Werner starting. For Newcastle, Sven Botman starts for the first time since March last year, when he suffered an ACL injury. Betting on the match today? Take a look at these best betting sites for free bets and betting offers. 4:28 p.m. Preview. Spurs up against it. Good morning and welcome to live coverage of Tottenham Hotspur vs Newcastle United, the first match of the 20th round of 2024-25 Premier League fixtures. The game begins with Newcastle in 5th, looking for their 5th successive victory after beating Leicester, Ipswich, Villa and Manchester United, while Spurs, who have lost 4 and drawn 2 of their last 7, have sunk to 11th, a decline hastened by a light squad hit by a defensive injury crisis. Consequently, Ange Postecoglou, who desperately needs a win after criticism about pig-headedness and cluelessness for sticking to his high defensive line without the experienced players to make it work, will try to find a winning formula without his first-choice goalkeeper, Guglielmo Vicario, his 2 preferred centre-backs, Mickey van de Ven and Christian Romero, his number 1 left-back, Destiny Udigi, his most seasoned centre-half/left-back stopgap, Ben Davies, all through injury, and his best defensive midfielder, Rodrigo Bentancur, who is suspended after picking up a 5th yellow card in his 2nd match back from a 7-game ban. In addition, Richarlison and Wilson Odobert are also sidelined, which means 18-year-old Archie Gray, a midfielder by choice, the 22-year-old Rick-prone Radu Dragusin and Jed Spence, back from a suspension, will once again be deputized to hold the fort. That has proved tricky enough against Forest, Wolves, Bournemouth, Chelsea and Liverpool, and will be particularly troublesome against Newcastle United and Alexander Isak United, who has scored 8 of their 19 goals in a rampant December. Still, Tottenham won convincingly 4-1 under Postecoglou the last time the visitors hit the lane 14 months ago, and Fabian Schär's absence after also accumulating his 5th booking unbalances a defense which has coped admirably in the absence of Sven Botman. The Dutchman may return to the squad today after 9 months out, but it may be a case of Lloyd Kelly starting for the first time since their defeat by tepid West Ham in November.